Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first inaugural episode of the Foreplay Podcast. My name is Brandon Rosa. With me to my right, fuck you, Nick, is Michael Papalopoulos. To my left.
My name is Kevin Matthews. How's it going?
To his left.
And I'm Nick Nesser, and it's a pleasure to be here, guys.
What we're hoping to do with this Foreplay Podcast is bring to YouTube a weekly show and on podcast services. What we want to do on Mondays is do a little foreplay for the week, get it with the name, tease out what we're going to do and talk about for that week. Tuesdays, we want to do a talk time topic about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Wednesdays is going to be for Would You Rather, so we'll debate a question there. And then Thursdays, we're going to do a Do You Know, Should You Know topic, where we pose a question to the group and then debate if people everywhere should know that. The cadence of the show is kind of going to be that each person is going to run that show for the day. They'll bring the topics to the table. So for this first episode, we're just going to talk about who we are, what we're doing, and why we want to do it. For Tuesday, for Wednesday, my Would You Rather is going to involve our parents. And I guess we could say fellatio as a hint. Thursday, we're going to get a little historical. So we'll be right back, tell you a little bit about us. All right, so talk time for the first episode. We're going to get to know all of us a little bit, everyone out there, so they can find out who we are, what our relation is with each other, and then we're going to open up with some first date questions to pose around the table. I've known Kevin and Nick since flag football, so that was we all grew up in the 90s. That's good to know. We're all 90s born.
99.
Yeah, 99. So when we were like 6 years old, all playing football together. Weren't really close with them during that time. We didn't really get close, all three of us, specifically on that side of the table, till freshman year of high school.
We started the shower more regularly, so.
Yeah. Is that what did it? Me and Mike, since 2005, fourth grade, we were in each other's classes, and then kind of just went from there. And then middle school was when we were very tight, hanging out all the time, far too much, doing god-awful, stupid shit.
Like drive-bys on motorized scooters, throwing rocks at beehives.
We told you that story before, right?
Beehive one? No, that's going to be a story for here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I had an electric scooter, and it was the greatest thing I've probably ever had, and we used it far too much. I think I killed it when we spent all day building a dirt ramp on an abandoned street, and I jumped it. And I fucking nailed it. And there was a video somewhere. I remember showing it in like the middle school locker room.
In your mind, this ramp is probably like colossal.
It was.
When in real life, it was probably like maybe 2
Bunny
inches
hop.
high.
I got air. There was a video somewhere. God, I wish I could recover that. So yeah, we had this electric scooter, and my one neighbor had like giant rocks. So Mike would stand on the back of mine wherever we went anywhere, and we spent like.
You guys rode around on this scooter.
So I would sit on it, and Mike would stand on the back, and we would just go places, mainly 7-Eleven. But there was this giant beehive at my neighbor's, so one of my other neighbors had these giant rocks. So Mike was on the back, and we just kept doing drive-bys, and he was trying to throw them as I drove
at
by.
least 25 times before I hit the beehive.
He hits the beehive, and then we fucking just bolt.
I'm just trying to picture this thing moving at about like
No.
at about like 0.2 miles an hour because there's so much weight.
No, this thing moved. It was fast.
I think it got up to like 15 miles per hour, so it's not that bad.
Even with
That's
you
not
on the
bad,
back.
I think so. I think it was still fast.
I mean, I was like 90 pounds soaking
true.
wet.
Yeah. That was when I was skinny too, so God, we would cruise. So yeah, there's too many stupid times between me and you. Then all four of us started to really bond, I guess, like sophomore year when we played Xbox. Freshman, sophomore year playing Xbox
Xbox.
Yeah.
and Modern Warfare 2.
And the car that blew up and ended my year.
My glory
The
days.
car.
Do you remember that video where I screamed about the car?
COD. Modern Warfare.
Oh,
Day one.
oh yeah.
That's another story.
I don't know.
That's a story for another day.
It is another story, but I don't know if we could ever release that actual video. Fucking sound like a psychopath. So yeah, I mean, it's you two were never like super close with Mike at any one point in time. I was really close, I guess, like with everyone at some point. So that's why I think this show is going to be an interesting dynamic of getting to know each other more, because we're going to pose questions that we don't normally talk about with each other, and then all kind of come together. So let's just get into these beautiful first date questions.
God. So what are these?
First date questions.
So this,
First date
I'm
questions.
pulling this from, we'll give credit, stylecaster.com.
That sounds like a website you go to get a virus.
So this is phase 1. This is the first 10 minutes. Well, we're all originally from Brick, New Jersey, right?
Yes.
I mean, I was born in Jersey City, North Jersey, but we all grew up here.
I was born right in the hospital.
All right, so first one, a couple questions are just about school. So 2 of you went to the same school, college.
College, yeah. Okay.
Nick, you just do tell.
Well, so I just graduated from Rutgers University with a degree in biochemistry and math.
Kevin?
Yeah, I'm still in school. I'm currently, I'm sort of in limbo right now as far as my schooling is concerned, due to a bunch of transferring and stuff like that. But I'm currently at Rutgers studying civil engineering. Maybe one day I'll graduate.
One more year. I went to community college for 2 years and then transferred to Arcadia University, which is known for their global field studies and going all over the world. So I got to go to South Africa for $450, which is broken. It doesn't make any sense, but it was awesome. Can't say I loved the school, but did meet Bay there, so that was
the
fantastic.
Ebola was free though, right?
It was.
Okay.
Well, originally we were supposed to go to West Africa. That was the trip, and then they switched it because that was right, like when Ebola first hit. And even though West Africa we were going was apparently Ebola free, I guess parents were freaking out, so they changed it to South Africa, which was a blessing in disguise because that is the most beautiful place I've ever been. And then Mike, school?
Currently going to a community college for a graphic design degree.
Yes.
So working on that.
Booyah.
All right, so this is phase 2. This is after the first drink arrives.
Wow. Getting intimate.
Mike, what do you like to do when you're not working?
Jerk off and play video games.
All right, so stole everyone's answer. What else do you like to do?
Go to the local pub and have some beers.
Bears?
Um,
Teddy Brewskis?
anything art related, I guess.
Yeah, you are the
And,
artist here,
That's true.
by far.
Longboarding when it's nice out.
Were you there when I did the Brandon Ollie?
No.
I skateboarded once. I nailed an Ollie. I did it because I was trying to be
I wonder
cool.
what your definition of
I went up.
You went up.
I had my etnies in 6th grade. I thought it was cool.
I don't even think that's a company anymore.
I don't think they exist. And then I did it. Tried the Ollie again, and the board went 50 yards in front of me, and I fell on my ass, and I said that was it. And I haven't been on a skateboard since, and that was probably 15 years ago. What I like to do, well, the reason largely we're doing this is I kind of brought the idea to the group because I think we have these stupid conversations like we talked about. And I've been listening to podcasts now since 2006, which is absolutely terrifying. That there's some people that I've listened to for every week for 10 years, which is scary because I've largely never met any of these people, but I have listened to them in my ears longer and more than basically all the friends I'm close with, which is weird.
Yeah.
I guess you can give them some credit since they gave you some inspiration to do this.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to Kinda Funny, IGN.com, and the comedy button. All hailing, though, from IGN. I mean, I listen to now 7 podcasts a week. So basically when I'm driving or laying in bed. What I like to do when I'm not working, God. Play Xbox, movies, hang out with
What type
Bay.
of movies?
Movies?
What type of movies? Like what genre?
Fuck. Chick flicks are my guilty pleasure. No. Oh, I love a good chick flick. I'm just trying to think of the last movie we watched. Oh, we watched Neighbors 2 finally, and that movie is fucking hysterical.
Good? Yeah, I want to see that.
Kevin, what do you like to do when you're not working?
You forgot to input that you also chain smoke Black and Milds when you're not.
Anytime possible. smoke a lot.
But
Sure don't.
when I'm not working, when I'm not in school, I work 5 days a week, the normal 9 to 5. I work an internship.
I wish I had
with
that.
With a local engineering firm. So on my weekends, I'm just like completely out of commission. Every now and then I'll go out, but I like to play low key a lot of the time and just relax and chill. Sunday is especially in the fall, is my day where
amen.
I do absolutely nothing. I sit on the couch, I watch football all day, and I have a few beers, do whatever. But most of the time I'm just taking it easy when I'm not in work, and
It kills me that I work most Sundays now. I always swore I would never have a job that works Sundays because that's the thing I forgot to say too. For what I love to do is football. I love football.
Short term though.
Yeah, I mean we all played football for
Years.
You guys played a lot longer than me, but I played for 8 years and then stopped.
I played the real football.
You fucking trash bag. You're fucking fake ass soccer out of here. Nick, what do you like to do?
I like to do the same as these guys. I love playing video games.
Shocker. We're all close friends and we all like to do the same shit.
No, I particularly love a lot of the Bethesda open world games, Fallout, Skyrim. I can't wait for Skyrim Remastered. I spent a lot of time on that. I also love to play guitar. I play acoustic guitar. I sing a little bit. I don't know how good I am. I appreciate anyone that puts up with it. I like to lift weights, and that's about it. That's Nick in a nutshell.
I lift things up and put them down.
And pick things up, put them down. This is a tough question. This is still phase 2.
Still phase 2. One drink.
Yeah.
Just one drink.
Yeah. More of a TV person, or do you prefer movies?
Can I answer with neither?
You don't like neither?
Play video games.
So
I'd rather play video games than watch movies or TV.
That's a problem.
Game of Thrones, never watched more than the pilot.
It's interesting now with that question because TV's in a different.
Oh yeah,
TV's consumed in a different way than it was.
Yeah, well, and when I think TV, I think Netflix too, because there's only
definitely
one show I watch on actual TV, I think, and it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, besides Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, but that's pretty much it. Netflix fucking rules everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough to not pick TV in that regard because it's so easy to just pop it on and watch whatever you want.
Yeah, no, I prefer movies though, because I mean, does that count like TV? Because when I turn on my TV, I automatically go to the movie channels. I don't.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
That's
I do the same thing.
movies,
Yeah, that's movies.
Yeah.
Like that movies. Fuck. There's just getting into a really good TV show is a hell of a. It feels a lot better than like watching, I think, a good movie though.
Yeah, but I can't.
Time,
when it comes to TV shows, I can't keep up with it every week. I always like. That's why Netflix is the best because I'm a binge watcher when it comes to TV shows.
Yeah, meanwhile with a movie, you'll sit there for 3 hours and then it's over.
Get the whole story.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not really sure where I'd go on that.
We'll debate that another day. I like that topic. Getting into TV. What type of music is everyone into?
Pretty much everything besides new shit.
Yeah, you like everything but like pop, right?
Yeah.
You don't like country. No.
Jamie Johnson. That's about it.
What the fuck's a Jamie Johnson?
You don't.
Sounds like
country.
Jimmy Johnson.
God.
Is he the racer? Wait,
Yeah.
who's the
Jimmy
football
Johnson?
player?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Who's the
Jimmy Johnson
no
was the
idea.
football coach.
Yeah, he's
for
also
the
a racer
U
though.
Back when they were
Yeah, Jimmy.
awesome.
Wait,
and then
who's
he
the
coached the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah.
through the 90s.
Wasn't he a quarterback though?
What?
I have
Jimmy
no idea.
Johnson?
Name doesn't
Jimmy
sound
Johnson
familiar.
is a NASCAR driver too.
Yeah, but wasn't the football player a quarterback?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Are we doing like favorite band or?
It was just like what type of
Genre,
music.
yeah.
We'll do favorite bands at different time. Just kind of getting the feels.
So I guess
Everything
number one genre would be classic rock.
Yeah. I gotta go to the same. I mean, my favorite bands are like Foo Fighters and stuff, so they go at the top. I hate country. Hate most rap, although Little Dicky is the GOAT. Yeah, I do love like the pop songs. I gotta admit, but there's no staying power, so they're gonna be fucking irrelevant in 5 years. Love techno. My probably most listened Pandora is probably Calvin Harris.
It's so hard picturing you like just sitting on your own and listening to something like that. I can't.
Kevin.
I listen to literally everything. It really doesn't matter to me.
You do.
I'll listen to anything from the occasional like mainstream hit, which it's rare for me nowadays. I'll listen to classic rock, country, any of that. Go back to the 50s. I'll pick up some Sam Cooke every now and then.
Some polka.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. You know, I got a wide array of things on the old playlist. So,
Nick,
definitely more into jam bands, ska, reggae type music like Dave Matthews.
I do love some
Sublime.
reggae.
Right.
Sorry.
I said all right.
Yeah, I'm into that stuff. My girlfriend's
Same.
big into country, so I used to hate country, but I've been slowly getting a little more into a little.
you gotta
Tim
listen
McGraw
to
here
the
and
right,
there.
the right
Yeah.
country. There's definitely some stuff that's like,
Atrocious, but there's some stuff that's good. I like rap too. I don't have any prejudices against any other type of music.
You like jam bands though?
I particularly love Dave Matthews, which is probably the biggest jam band. I don't listen to too many others.
One of the most overrated groups.
Not overrated.
you can't say
You
that.
never hear
after
them on the
seeing
radio.
them live.
When does Dave Matthews come on the radio? How can you say that's overrated? At
He
all?
is pretty overrated in my opinion.
Guys are bullies. But yeah, Sublime, AER. I don't know if you guys heard of them.
OAR?
No, that's a different band. AER. They're kind of like two stoner kids. They jam. The Lonely Biscuits. Really
Lonely Biscuits are
unknown.
really
I actually
good.
saw them at Firefly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
They're freaking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Great
good.
band.
First
Definitely check them
time
out.
I saw them, I was down at JMU my freshman year. That's where I did my freshman year at college before I transferred out. And they had like a little spring fest or whatever. And they had a bunch of random bands there, and like I didn't enjoy any of them. And all of a sudden,
Biscuits
I
came out.
started they started hitting this riff at the beginning of a song, and the lead singer or whatever was, jumping all around the stage and getting all, and it sounded so
time.
unlike anything that was playing that day, so it like caught my attention.
Yeah, if there's-
And they killed it. So like I instantly, as soon as I left there, I looked them up
look
and
them on
everything. And
Spotify,
found them.
yeah. If there's any recommendation I'll give musically, check out the Lonely Biscuits.
And Pigeons playing ping pong. That's why I brought that up, because that's a really good jam band.
Pigeons playing ping pong.
Yeah.
You might have to send me them just because I like the name a lot.
They're already sold.
They're unreal. They're amazing.
All right, things are starting to get comfortable. Phase 3 on this hot date.
That's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it said. I'm not making this up.
Oh dear.
Are you guys a morning person or a night person? Is this? Are we all night people? I'm not.
Night.
I didn't know about Nick though.
I'm a night person, absolutely. Look at me getting up. I was miserable.
I
That's
mean,
true.
I like being up early, but if you try to talk to me in the morning, I'm going to want to stab you in the face.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I wish. Wait, Kevin, are you a morning or night? Real quick.
I wish so bad that I was a morning
See,
person.
that's where I was about to go.
I am not. It's just not working.
I woke up one morning at 7 a.m. on my day off and cruised through the day. I swore after that day I was going to wake up at 7 every day. There was so much time.
It feels amazing, but
You get so much fucking done, and then no, I stay up because I'd rather stay up till 4, get my shit done then, which is not really getting anything done besides fucking goofing off playing Xbox. But God, I wish I was a morning person. But I am damn productive at night when I need to be. Even when I was doing
You need to
school.
be. That's the key.
Even in
We're
school,
all
I would
productive when we need to
same
be.
with like that's the same with me when it comes to doing like artwork. If I'm like delirious at 3 a.m., that's usually when like my best shit comes out.
Yeah. Something about it. Well, it's because it's also like out of necessity. I always work better under pressure too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if it's at night and you're cramming.
Video games as well. I always do really good in video games if I have to go somewhere in a couple minutes. Just go on a tear.
So we can't do phase 4, which is sign me up for a second date, because it talks about splitting a check and all sorts of. Do you like this place?
Okay.
Well, we could talk about that one. Do you like this place? We currently shoot in my man cave, which has been a home away from home, in this extended garage. It's everything I've ever wanted, and it's going to be an extremely sad day when it's gone.
It's not going to be gone. We're
Yeah.
not going to let that happen.
We could talk
We're
to
not going to let that happen.
Mama Rosa. Far too many fun memories in this place. At one point in time, there was, I think, 8 or 9 televisions with an old game system set up to each one.
Extremely fire hazardous.
Oh yeah. Now we're all power stripped. It's a lot safer now, hopefully. Still need to get a fire extinguisher in here, though. I've been meaning to buy one on Amazon.
Something we should have had.
Yeah. Especially when shooting all this. All right. Phase 5, let's keep the date going. So it talks about coffee or dessert. Do you guys ever... Well, you drink a lot of coffee, Kevin.
Yes, I do.
You guys are all drink coffee right now, but do you drink regular?
I hardly drink coffee.
Do you? Or I think I've ever ordered coffee at a restaurant, and I never ordered dessert. Yeah. Never.
I usually, by the time like that comes, I kind of just want to get out of there. I don't want to spend any more time there.
Savory over sweet any day of the week. I fucking hate dessert. Yeah. I don't ever crave it.
I've been known to every now and then pop into the old diner, sit up at the counter,
get a huge
order a coffee, get an omelet on my own, sit next to all the old folk and have some conversations.
Sunday paper.
Yeah, it's a good time.
All right, well, hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight listening to us talk about stupid first date questions. We want you to grow with us as we figure out what the fuck we're actually doing here. And when we come right back, we'll be with the Would You Rather question for the week. All right, for the first Would You Rather question of this beloved show by 4 people, hopefully more people love it. Would you rather watch a porn of your parents?
No.
Or watch porn with your parents? So, for the first option, you're alone and you have to watch a porn of your parents. Or do you watch a porn with your parents?
Are the pants on or off? In both situations.
Pants are on. There is no masturbatory needs getting fulfilled.
All right, then watch porn with parents.
With parents.
Not like
Agreed.
With them in it.
Yeah, with them next to you or whatever. Yeah.
Now, what if it was that you had to watch porn with them for 2 hours, or just watch one 5-minute porn of your parents?
Still probably the worst part would be the first 5 to 10 minutes anyway.
All right, so let's go around each person kind of give their thoughts on this instead of just everyone collectively just throwing everything out there.
Nick?
I'm definitely going to go with watching it with my parents. We have a pretty comfortable atmosphere about sexuality anyway, so I don't think it would be as big a deal as it would be for another household, honestly. Plus, it's my parents' business. I don't want to see that, honestly. I love them to death. They're my favorite people. But I could definitely do without watching them fornicate.
I hate how you speak.
My life can be a lot better without that. So honestly, 2 hours, just zone out and pretend it's Game of Thrones or Spartacus or something. Like, it's not like we haven't watched movies or media with sex and stuff in it. So I'd go with the porn with my parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd have to say I'd have to agree with you, Nick, on that one because
I'm pretty smart.
I like to think that the old stork brought me in. Nothing. My parents are just really friendly with each other.
They're good people.
They never engaged in any. And so, yeah,
they've never had sex.
I think it wouldn't be too. I mean, it'd be rough watching it with them, but I mean, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't scar you.
No.
Yeah, that's the fair point, because watching a porn of my parents is definitely scarring. But I think watching it with them, it would be hilarious, because my mom, who's the more free-spirited one, I guess you could say, I feel like she would just be laughing with me the whole time, and I feel like my dad would be super uncomfortable, which would make me laugh the whole time. So I think it would actually be fun to do that, as fucked up as that is.
There's no way that would be fun.
I don't think anyone wakes up and be like, I'm going to watch porn with my parents now.
It'll never happen, but God, that would be too funny. All right, so I guess it's a little bit easier than I thought. Mike, same?
Yeah, I mean, watch it with them. And they pretty much hit all the points that I was going to say, because we've seen, like he said, all the movies and media with sex in it. I mean, obviously, it's not as vulgar as the pornos, but...
Do you remember cringing as a kid when those scenes would come up?
Yeah.
Did you do the whole that you would, like, cover your face like you weren't watching, but you're fucking secretly peeking your eye? You're fucking... I was always told, cover your eyes.
I covered my eyes.
Well, my dad also took me to see Saving Private Ryan in the movie theaters in 1999 when I was 6 or 5 years old. And
Your first movie?
I think that was my. They don't know if that was my first official movie, but he knows he took me to see that movie. And that opening scene when they storm the beach is one of like the bloodiest
massacred
fucking scenes
Putting
ever.
guts back into their gut and shit.
6-year-old Brandon was thrilled.
Having a
Like
great
that's
time.
why I love Call of Duty so much. And I think I have some like for some reason we remember with the movie Bubble Boy.
That's a
Did you guys
great
ever
movie.
see that
That's a
movie?
great
Is
movie.
Is there nudity in that movie?
Jake
there might be.
Gyllenhaal.
I don't
Is he
remember.
really in that?
Yeah, he is the
Yeah.
bubble boy.
Oh my god!
Oh, actually, Zach Galifianakis is in that movie too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's
Really?
his first movie.
I need to rewatch that.
He's the dude at the bus station that's literally a box in the middle of the desert, and he's just an asshole.
Yeah, for some reason I think I have some weird memory. I guess there's nudity in that movie of being told to like cover my eyes, and I was like, wait, why? Because God, when the fuck did that movie come out?
I couldn't tell you.
I have a man crush on Jake Gyllenhaal. Not
great.
because of his looks, because of his acting. I think he's fucking.
Did you
phenomenal.
like what's the one where he's got the camera with him?
Nightcrawler is
Yeah.
fucking awesome
You like
on
that?
Netflix. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I
Bubble
thought
Boy
it was
is
pretty
in that.
good.
2001. So I was 8. That sounds about right. It has a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh wow.
It was a great movie.
I enjoyed it.
Ah.
All right, so that was easy for the first Would You Rather. We're all going to watch porn with our parents. What a way to start off
God,
this podcast.
sounds so ridiculous.
We'll be right back with the Do You Know, Should You Know in a moment. All right, time for the Do You Know, Should You Know Thursday or end of the week, whenever you listen. That's
Bring it on.
part of the whole podcast. Getting a little political, as I said.
God.
So we each have to name in order the first 5 presidents of the United States of America, which absolutely terrifies me.
I'm about to
In
embarrass
order, the first 5 presidents. There's no one shout out. We each have a piece of paper. Write down some fucking ansers.
I
not
know.
completely-
I think I know. I
don't
know
think I do.
I know the first 3.
I'm really gonna embarrass myself
Oh,
here.
me too.
I got the first one down. That's easy.
Yeah. I hope we can all get number 1.
I honestly don't know who the second president was.
I don't think I do either.
It's so sad.
No peeking.
I'm not peeking. Honor system, everybody.
I'm lost after the second one.
Who the Now I'm trying to think of that song that I learned in high school about the presidents, but I don't fucking remember it.
Gosh.
I don't know.
I don't know 4 or 5, but at all. I don't have a clue. I don't even have a freaking idea.
Who the hell? There's no. Ben Franklin wasn't a president,
Oh my God! If you're
So I could-
thinking that,
so we can
then
roll
you're
him out.
Screwed.
Oh, I'm done. My answers are going to sound ridiculous no matter what.
This is really sad.
4 got me. I don't know.
4. I have no idea who. I have 3 names. Don't know if they're in the right
I
order.
have 2 names. I don't even think that they're right.
Hold on,
Only
we're gonna
one
do
is
them.
right.
We're gonna do this. Number 5.
I don't even have a clue.
What year was the first president?
76, right after
Declaration.
Declaration, maybe? Or 80? Or 78? I have no clue. I have no
So let's
clue.
see if the 5th president would be maybe 20 years after.
It's
So
not Abe Lincoln, so
We're
he's the 16th. I know that.
it's not Abe Lincoln.
You didn't write Abe Lincoln, Mike, did you?
I only have 2 presidents
I
down.
only have 2 as well. I'm having a tough time, guys. I don't want,
this is your.
there's a name I'm thinking of, but I don't want to put the wrong first name. Like a
God.
jackwad.
This is really sad.
I have.
I'm not- I've just-
I have 5 down. 4 and 5 are a toss up for me. I think I have them correct, but I don't know the order of them. I could be completely wrong, but I know the first 3 without a doubt. And the fact that you don't know the first 3 is pretty ridiculous.
I don't know them in order.
I don't know the third.
I have 4 names. 2 of them might be the same person. I'm not entirely sure.
What does that mean?
What does that even mean? There's
You'll
some
see.
conspiracy that they're all.
National Treasure, fantastic film.
I'm just naming.
If you're basing your knowledge of history off National Treasure,
That's where I get most of my
I
history
tell you
from.
right now that my 4 and 5 aren't even remotely close to being correct, but they are presidents. I will say that much.
All right, I
They're at
can't
least
spend any more
presidents.
time on this. I wrote an answer for 5. All right, so unanimous. Everyone knows George Washington was the first president, right?
yes.
Who was the second president, Mike, of the United States of America?
John Adams.
Yes. I have that as well.
That's
said-
what I wrote.
I had Adams written because I wrote Sam.
All right,
and-
so
Sam
Sam
John.
Adams.
I crossed them both out because I was like, I'm not saying.
you
the
wrote
wrong
Sam
name. I
Adams.
wrote Sam Adams, and I crossed it out. It's right there. I was like, no way. I'm not even gonna say a first name. So I had Adams.
Oh, that's the name I couldn't think of. All right, who put everyone as the third?
Wait, tell
Thomas
me-
Jefferson.
God damn it, I'm an
Yes.
idiot.
Who'd you put?
Got one.
I didn't put anything, but I was.
Wait, so you had 2 names down?
Yeah, I had 2 names, and then I wrote me, and me.
I almost wrote just
So
W.
Thomas Jefferson was the third. Have that.
Got that one.
James Madison was the guy I couldn't think
I
of.
had James
No.
Madison at 5.
Okay.
Damn it.
Who was 5? James Monroe.
Oh, I had John Quincy Adams.
That's who I had.
Damn it.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Friggin' Monroe, man, sneaking up on me.
I don't know who the fuck
My 4 and 5 were Grover Cleveland and Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford was a president in the 80s.
I wrote.
I knew that they were presidents. That was it. I had no idea. Who was,
No way.
there was no rhyme and reason as to why I selected them. I know that
Grover-
they weren't correct at
Grover
all.
Cleveland was like, he was, I
I
forget
don't know
what he
when.
was.
I just know.
I mean,
was.
I wrote Taft.
Hey, he was a president. That's someone.
He was fat as fuck,
God,
too.
are you guys
He's satisfied.
serious?
Taft was a president.
With Grover
You're right.
Cleveland and Taft in the
All right.
top 5? Are you kidding me?
Not top.
That is not even ballpark.
I accepted that I gave up. At least John Quincy Adams was the 6th.
Yeah,
I wrote him as my 4th.
that was a good.
Yeah, I had 4 John. I don't know why I had Quincy Adams so close to John Adams, but
It seemed right in my head.
Seems right.
I thought it was, honestly. I couldn't remember Madison.
yeah, I had
Good try,
Quincy
buddy.
Adams and Madison at 4 and 5. Monroe sneaking
Stumped
up. Yeah.
Tell you
So,
what,
Anyways.
Mr. Oriema would be very disappointed in me.
yeah, we had it.
Any teacher would be disappointed.
Well, we had a high school teacher who made a whole song about the presidents that was ridiculous and made me laugh every time. But I
Yeah,
think
but
it worked.
I learned it. I knew it.
All I remember is the Gus sandwich, which I think is Grover Cleveland, and someone with an A.
Ulysses
S. Grant.
Yeah,
Wasn't he a fucking
General.
general?
but he was a president.
He was,
as well.
was
He
he?
was a bust of a president.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, I wasn't there.
Kevin was there. All right, should you know this?
I think you should know this.
Yeah,
The origin
It's
of our
the-
country.
yeah.
I mean, granted, they were all slave owners, but still, like, you know, at the time they were. doing
See,
the right thing.
if we didn't go through our stupid school systems, which we learn this every fucking year, it felt like, I would say we should. We shouldn't. Who cares? It was
No, but if
200
you're
years
learning it
ago.
every year, it is.
Then we
something that
should.
you
Yeah, we
know.
should
You should
know.
know it because
And it's
it's
really
so
embarrassing
many
at this
times.
point that we
Yeah.
didn't absorb it enough
Yeah.
that we can only get George Washington. Or no, we had the first 2.
Speak for yourselves.
You all right? I had the first 3.
I got 1 and 3.
Me.
You couldn't remember Thomas Jefferson?
He's a
I
big
just,
deal.
I
I
don't
fucking,
blame-
I don't know. I had a brain fart. Because I was like, because he did pop into my head for the 3rd president, but then I was like thinking, like, wait, am I going to look like an asshole? And he's one of the founding fathers that actually wasn't a president.
Yeah, I go with John Hancock.
Yeah.
You know what he did, Nick?
He signed the Declaration.
What else did he
He
do?
wrote the Declaration.
All right.
But I don't know if that's fully true.
I don't think.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't think that's
I
fully
think
true.
Jefferson
Yeah, I
wrote
think
it.
it was Jefferson.
Jefferson penned the.
Yeah.
John
Oh, that is
Hancock
right,
was just
yeah.
the first person to sign it, and he
Yeah.
signed it the
You,
biggest.
you
That's why it
tunneled
was a
me
big
into
deal.
that answer, and then I was like, wait, no,
He's
it's not
so
right.
stupid.
You literally
Stupid
you
man.
Literally are.
What else did he do?
Stupid
He was a founding father.
man in a Zelda shirt. Ew.
Triforce. Picked this up at Nintendo World in New York City. It's a great time. They actually had, this was back when the Wind Waker HD was coming out. And they had
It's Han Burgundy.
Or it's
No one
Ron
asked
or
about your
Ron
shirt.
Solo.
Ron Solo.
However you feel you need to.
And Chew Baxter.
There's a reason we're friends. That was beautiful.
Baxter. Great.
Chew Bastard.
Great shirt.
On that note, thank you guys for hopefully watching and or listening to the first episode of the Foreplay Podcast.
Powering through.
We'll be completely transparent in the fact that if you are watching or listening to this, it is a modern marvel. We're trying to figure every ounce of this out as we go. Not like any of us went to school for audio or video production of any of us. I took one video production class in college, so that's where I learned my basic editing skills that you'll hopefully see if it's on YouTube. You want to keep coming back to youtube.com/4playvideo. We're on all the other social media at 4playvid, so you can follow us on Twitter to get our updates, and we'll let you know what's going on there. Our hope is that we're going to have Let's Plays of video games every Saturday and Sunday. We have some projects in the works that we want to do for Mondays, and then each month we want to do a video game recap talking about what we did in the previous month, what we played, and then what we're looking forward to in the months to come. So please like this video, share it with your friends. We want to try and grow and see where we could take this. I mean, this is just
A few guys having fun.
Yeah, a few guys having fun. A passion project, definitely of mine. It's something I feel like we could actually do. I think we're funny, but who the fuck knows if anyone else is going to actually think we're funny or not, but we'll see.
We'll see.
So you can follow me on Twitter at Broza93. I'm on all that social media. I try to tweet more, but that doesn't really happen. Kevin?
Yeah, I'm Twitter at Kevin Matthews Jr. I'm somewhat active on there, not entirely, but
Nick, do you use Twitter at all?
I have a Twitter.
Do you tweets? You make the tweets?
The last time I've tweeted was back when I did the El Jefe at Bubba Coos.
Oh, yeah?
I tweeted at Bubba Coos. I was like about to crush this challenge.
What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is at Nesser24.
Mike?
I do not Twitter.
Don't do the twits?
No. But
You could find him on Omegle.
Instagram at Muffstache. And then Snapchat, Nipples Ice Hard.
That's fantastic. You're a beautiful man.
Ice Hard Nipples was taken, so I had to provide it.
All right, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys for watching.
As we learn how to use the equipment, we hope the shows will look and sound better.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and our podcast on iTunes and other podcast services.
see you next time.